is an atrocity. Life, my friend, is an extreme reciprocity. Diggity dig me like a shovel, perfect piece of the puzzle. Wisdom of experience and my waters have been trouble. The family, I'm Moja Unity. Diggity ticking like atomics, more explosive than a climax. Can I rock it? Electrifying like a socket. The N-E-double-L was more explosive than a bombshell as I wreck shop. I typically chop, chop. More wood than a pack of wood pack of good. Strive for greatest good, and I know you wish you could. This silly dummy thinks to mommy this track is flavorful when it's sweet like honey. I'm the N-E-double-L, when I be just who I be. I rips up joint with family. A unified collaboration, soldiers, boys, making noise as little boys, playing with ghetto toys. Having no lyrical, spiritual, ethereal material. Critical. 6 knuckles in a hoodie, learning how to knuckle up. Buttering muffins or buttercups. Separated for a second, stuck together when growing up. And now the family lamb is blowing up.
And if my posse was a gun, yo, I guess we'd be a cannon. So back up suckers, give the 6 soldiers room as we fly through the rhythm like a jet through a sonic boom. Malik, Riz, Yacht, Mel, and last but not least, Monty, Mel. We coming for the K-boy who stole all my props. Once dressed in sheets, now dressed like cops. Cause they saw us coming and they all said damn. Picked up, packed up, said yo, let's scram. Cause y'all know who's coming, it's the fam. The fam-a-lamb.
Know the difference between mobilization and organization because the enemy will use mobilization to demobilize us. Mobilization is very easy. Very, very easy. Because since we're people who are instinctively ready to respond against acts of injustice, anytime there's one little act of injustice, we can blow it up and we'll find people who come and make some mass demonstration around it. Miss Sally lost a job. Let's rally. She'll get a job back. People will come and rally. So-and-so got kicked out of school because the teacher's unjust. The unjust people come and rally. They will come to rally on issues. And this is what mobilization does. It mobilizes people around issues. Those of us who are revolutionary are not concerned with issues. We're concerned with the system. The difference must be properly understood. The difference must be properly understood. Mobilization usually needs reform action, not a revolutionary action. Scientifically, at the October 16 million and more march, we would see clearly that this was a mobilized event, not an organized event. We must know clearly the difference between mobilization and organization. One of the characteristics of mobilization is that it is temporary. Organization is permanent and eternal. Clear differences must be made because the unconscious can usually be captured easily around one-issue items, around mobilization items, but it's hard to catch them around organization. But these unconscious must be brought to organization. We must transform mobilization to organization. We say the enemy will come and use mobilization to demobilize us. Many brothers and sisters who've been to the million and more march will say to you, I was there. But what are you doing today, my sister? I was there. There weren't too many sisters out there, but you know, with a million brothers together, you know where I had to be. I was there. never an event. It's a process, a continual, eternal process. We say it is our job to use mobilization to drive us to organization. You know our theme is organization. We want power. We don't want money. We don't want fame. We don't want fortune. We don't want popularity. We want power. Power. And power comes only from the organized masses. Power comes only from the organized masses. Therefore, since this is what we're concerned with, power, and we as a Pan-Africanist, we have every right to be concerned with it. Africa, after all, is the richest continent on the face of the earth. Properly organized, should be the most powerful continent on the face of the earth. Therefore, our drive was power through prayer. We want power, and we can only have power through the organized masses.
The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is
The African Heritage Diet consists of 6 lessons. Lessons where we reach back to our African heritage to find culturally appropriate health and wellness practices that help us to move forward as a people that are whole in mind, body, and spirit. Lesson 1 is herbs and spices. Lesson 2 are greens. Greens is the widest part in the base of the African Heritage Diet food pyramid. So many greens should be consumed. And as you move up the pyramid, those are the things that you consume in lesser proportionate amounts. Whole grains, lesson 3. Beans and rice, lesson 4. Tubers and mashes, lesson 5. Lesson 6. Fruits, vegetables, and a healthy lifestyle.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
All due respect. I heard Bob Johnson said he's talking to the higher powers, I guess the government, about reparations. And I guess the numbers that they come up with were about 3. His name is Saul here in Ngozi, Northern Light Shopping Center. You want more than just a nice cut? Good conversation, good vibe, good music. Come see me at 3512 Cleveland.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black, too strong? Yeah. We were born to be great. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black. Born to be great.
Y'all know I'm hot this morning. I'm hot this morning. I'm hot. Oh man, I guess you better smell what the hot is cooking.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink.
Take a breath.
Now, grab your glass for some water.
Grab your glass.
Lift your pitcher of that water.
Or a bottle.
Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink.
Your
or should
water.
I say, move, then drink.
Move your body. Move your body.
Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink.
Your
or should
water.
I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Lift and pour yourself some water.
Pour.
Move your body, drink some water.
Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that healthy air. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Drink. 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 Come on. Come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 What? Drink your water. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Family, 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 family. How y'all doing this morning? I am pissed. Kinda. Let me tell you why. So, I was trying to ignore it, and then it popped up on another timeline somewhere. Somebody posted it up, and I had to see it, and I've been trying not to say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a term going around that we are not our ancestors. Like terms like we are not our ancestors. You could catch these hands. You know what I'm saying? We are not our ancestors. We got guns. Or we are not our ancestors and shit. You will not take advantage of us. So I just want to take an old man look at what we're saying. I mean, because maybe in some of our youthful exuberance, we don't know what we're saying. And I can't get mad at the babies if they don't know. Right? But in essence, you are saying something that I've been pushing back against for over 30 years. You're saying that your ancestors were punks. Your ancestors were pushovers. Your ancestors were bitches. Your ancestors were doormats. Your ancestors was just walked over and slapped around and told to stay in the fucking corner, and that's exactly what they did. But all this time, I've been trying to help get another narrative out there that you don't come from that. Well, maybe some of us don't come from that. I saw my grandfather get up every morning to go and support his immediate family and his extended family, and did a very, very good job
in some very, very rough situations. I didn't see nothing punkish about that. Many people sit up here and talk about what they would have done, right? Given some of the situations that some of our ancestors are in, that, you know what I'm saying, we're in, and shit like that. And it kind of insulted me that they would honestly think that in the way that they move in this world today, that they would be moving any differently in that world of yesterday. More than likely, if you sitting on your ass talking shit now, it's quite easy to project you into the past and see you sitting on your ass possibly talking shit then, or better yet, sitting in a cotton field, not even talking shit, just probably being the fastest picker. You know what I'm saying? Taking up the goddamn quota. You know what I'm saying? Because your ass is able to bring in 500 pounds in a day and shit. Now everybody else gotta up it. You know what I'm saying? I am not my ancestors is a goddamn insult. See, many motherfuckers are sitting in comfort today because of their ancestors. Many motherfuckers are able to go to school today because of their ancestors. I'm able to talk to you on this fancy ass mic and this computer because of my ancestors. I'm able to sit on this couch right here in this apartment complex that's overcharging my ass right now because of my ancestors. Most of y'all are able to go to work on them goddamn expressways and some of these goddamn cheap ass cars because of your ancestors. Some of y'all are able to live in some of the subdivisions that you live in right now because of your ancestors. Some of you are able to dig in your pocket and pull out money right now out your motherfucking pockets that is still funded by the work of your ancestors. Some of you got on jeans and shit that probably got recycled cotton from shit that your ancestors picked. You know, we can say a lot of shit about the 60s and about, you know, the freedom struggle and about Martin Luther King's turn on what he was doing, but that shit was black, right? Yeah. You know, we was rebelling before it became a hashtag. That's why many of us are not out there right now, because the shit is kind of showy to me. I'm looking at the shit, and it's like, and then we got motherfuckers talking about I ain't my ancestors. You could get these hands. We was toting guns before it was popular. We was fighting back before it was popular. Your ancestors, or at least some of your ancestors. Some of your ancestors, some of y'all up north right now because your ancestors wouldn't take that shit down south. And we got people running around talking about my ancestors, right? And let's go to the money, because motherfuckers talking about the money, right? You know what I'm saying? Look at the goddamn expressways. I keep going back to this. Look at the expressways and look how they just happen to go through where black communities used to be strong in your neighborhoods. Your ancestors built that from absolutely nothing. They created that. Surrounded by muck and mire and devastation and hate. They formed that shit. And your enemy took that shit right back. Your ancestors might have lost some battles, but they was never punks. They never stood in the corner because they was told to. And even if they were standing in the corner, more than likely they were standing in the corner so that you could grow strong and you could do something. So y'all can miss me with this, I'm not my ancestors talking. Please keep that shit off my timeline and keep it out the groups I'm in, because I will either blank your ass off my timeline, or I will drop you out my group, or I will quit your motherfucking group. Because the whole point is, we sit up here, we toasting ancestors every day, and sometimes people want to act like our ancestors was motherfucking pushovers. Like we jumped on a boat for some goddamn chicken and watermelon or some shit like that. Like they didn't have to fight your ass to get on the boat. Like they didn't have to fight your ass to walk you across the land, to get you to the seashore. Like they didn't have to fight your ass in the middle of the ocean. And like they didn't have to fight your ass to get you off the boat. And if you wasn't fighting, you was too sick, either mentally or possibly physically. We need to start taking time and start studying our history and start standing up for our shit when people are saying incorrect shit. I'm not my ancestors. The fuck you talk? What the fuck? I don't give a fuck who it is. What the fuck you talking about? Your whole history has been one of resistance, either directly aggressive or passive. It's been, your whole shit is resistance. Why your ass stealing paper from work right now, motherfucker? You secretly rebelling. It's like some of this shit, like you was the first. You know what I'm saying? Like we the first group of African descendants that decided to do some shit. Don't ever insult me or insult my ancestors like that. I'll cut your ass off. And y'all need to cut people off out and cut them off your timeline for that dumb shit too. The punishment for being stupid should be they should be placed in a goddamn corner with a goddamn book. Sit by yourself and think about that shit. How the fuck you survive if your people were punks? Still reaching for your identity. Still trying to find out where you from. Still trying to fit into a place where you not wanted and thriving. That don't come from no punk DNA. Just saying, man. Some of this shit just irritates me at the level of ignorance that we will allow to just exist around us. We could have did some shit, but I'm spending all my motherfucking money today. Fuck fuck that. Fuck not spending no money. I'm spending all my shit today. Y'all could have started that whole shit in a whole nother way. I'm not my ancestors. Motherfuckers, our people had neighborhoods where we was able to get everything we needed when nobody in the world would provide us with anything. We had movie theaters that was better than the motherfuckers that had the money and was building the shit. We had better music than the motherfuckers that made the instruments. I am not my ancestors. Man, oh my God. That shit burnt me yesterday. That shit burnt me. And it was in a group that it shouldn't even been in. That shit shouldn't even been reposted in that shit. Oh my God. What a way to come. What a way to come down from a fast, man. This shit is ridiculous. Oh my God. In July. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit attract flies.
Oh, man. I know y'all came for the toast. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I ain't sorry. I'm not sorry. Man, so we're going to do this toast. I'm about to get up off of here, man. I just got a text about a meeting that I need to go on and have some input in. But please, family, listen. Some people just don't need to be fucked with. I'm just being honest. You call it cancel culture. You call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. But we have to start establishing our borders. We have to start really establishing our mental borders, family. Everything is not okay. Everything is not okay to say. I got up. I watched my grandfather get up every morning and break his motherfucking back, not only to provide, but to protect. My grandmother wouldn't tell my grandfather certain shit because she ain't want him to go to jail because he would go grab that steel. The fuck y'all talking about? And I know I'm not the only one that had people like that in my family. All right, so tonight we got folk tales for grown folks. Also, any nation builders out there that might not got the message, nation builders and warriors, the Baba Elder Mariba Kelsey would like to have a council with us, a sit down talk. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're gonna do it digitally. I'm on Gye-Nyame Journey is going to provide it. Actually, let's just say the Tawi family village and the Gye-Nyame tribe is going to provide the space for that. Of course, y'all know we'll be using the black line. And like I said, and I'm going to talk to Baba Kelsey today. And if he, we're going to have a private conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to be monitoring the phones, and some other people going to be monitoring the phones to make sure we ain't got no motherfuckers that ain't their ancestors on the motherfucking line. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you motherfuckers that's not your ancestors. You don't need to be on the line. You know what I'm saying? You nation builders who ain't your ancestors, you don't need to be on the line. You warriors that ain't your ancestors, you don't need to be on the line. You know what I'm saying? You need to go talk to whoever you creating right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was not for your ancestors, you would not be here. I could trace through your DNA. I could find out who your mama, who your daddy. I could find out who your grandparents. I could find out who your great-grandparents. I could find out who your great-great-grandparents. I could find out what part of Africa you came from. I could find out all types of shit, and you still got the audacity to allow. As a matter of fact, I don't even need your DNA. If I could find pictures of old people in your family, I could probably put my finger right on you. How can you say some shit like that? Or allow that shit to be said around you? So the story tonight is The Man and the Lion. A man and a lion traveled together throughout the forest. They soon began to boast of their respective superiority to each other in strength and prowess. As they were disputing, they passed a statue carved in stone which represented a lion strangled by a man. The traveler pointed to it and said, "See there, how strong we are, and how we prevail over even the king of beasts." The lion replied, "This statue was made by one of you men. If we lions knew how to erect statues, you would see the man placed under the paws of the lion." One story is good till another is told. Damn, I don't be planning this shit. I don't. Anime, where you at? Anime, where you at? Come on now. Speaking of that venerable mind, you are standing in the congregation of the mighty. We cut from the cloth of our ancestors, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Hatim. This is the Daily Toast. Yes, y'all. And right now, this is a Heart of a Simple production, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Yes. All right, so let's get this toast on, because this meeting is very important. And I didn't know the shit was starting until 5 minutes ago. So here we go. We're going to run through the toast real quick. We already covered all the days. So if there's any questions about the days, any questions about anything as far as Gye-Nyame Journey, by all means, family, hit us up. Hit us up. You could talk to us on our Facebook page. You could talk to us on our timelines. My cell phone number, everything. We available, right? You looking for a tribe, you want to build a tribe, I don't even give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to talking. Family, go on and support Gye-Nyame Journey. It's on the chat. You know what I'm saying? You can support it for $10 a month. We're trying to build up a media powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? So we can start bringing you information that you need, right? We're striving for our first 100. We are at 20 right now. And like I said, family, I need you to like and I need you to share so that we can go and build, because our tribe is out there. Our family is out there. Our nation is out there. And they're looking for this. They're looking for this, right? So anyway, let's go and let's do it. Do it. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see if we get us a pop. Hold on. Meeting is important. I gotta be at 3 places at one time, but we're gonna pour for our libation. We're gonna pour our libations first. We're gonna do the colonet. Oh yes! That's what I'm talking about. All right, first, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass, we salute that Creator, and guess what we say? We say the mighty word Ashe. We lift up our glass. Come on, family. Now, we're going to go through our whole list. You know, even though time is resting, we got to take care of our ancestors. We lift up our glass to our ancestors, those whose shoulders upon which we stand. I need to say no more. With that, Miles Brown, Mizan, Robert Tex, Senator Davis, Herman Brown, Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Gasson, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, of our Brown, Gina Gaines, Summer Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, No More X, Pet Mont, Rob Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Dale Gale Pullian, the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell,
Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah J. Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kennedy D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Meldell Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weather, Vita Farmer, I Go So Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Allie Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keecher DeReese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Seven Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frecky Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernie Squills, Ernestine Jackson, Frecky Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West, James Parham, James W. West. God damn. Excuse me. See, this part that went. Let me shut up. Let me just go on through the list. Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Seven Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernie Squills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worlds, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hallie Vester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatel Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Diddy Monez, Gina Rube Jones, Janet Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Filani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DePretis Hines, Inez Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scanabay, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Ethan Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Carter Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., M.M. McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, D. Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim O'Shea, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Don Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, at Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Axe Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Rilla Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Needy Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nana Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Molly, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Lud Oz, Elijah Oz, Jerome Oz, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel, Oz, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Lowen Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Chuckamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Love Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Albert, Masserin Cofer, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlie Morgan, Sybil Evans McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We got Joella Giles, we got James Carl as well, we got Liberta Adams, we got Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., the Clarence Lump, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Gorey, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gatz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monker III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thorne, Johanna, Jasandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alalti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem McComb, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Towton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Taylor Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Leslie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lang, Samanda Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Cofer, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth the Don, Sarah Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jana Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Reason, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Riley, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patricia Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Leonard Kate Herman, Reeves, Pam Johnson, Vera Reese Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, also known as Mama Moon, Sheila Ann Lee, and Panchita Alba. Lift up our glass, we salute all of our ancestors. And with that, we say Ashe. From their family move to the present moment, we lift up our glass. Right now, we are on Kujichagulia. I want to give all of the Kujichagulia babies a round of applause. Yep. It's today. All right. I'm coming, world. I'm coming. Self-determination is the principle of the day. Kujichagulia, right? Turn it on, seek it out. Justice is the Maitic principle. Indigo is the color, as you see by my shirt. Correspondence is the Hermetic law. Male name is Kwabina. Female name is Abina. All right, now, we raise our glass to this moment. We say Ashe. We salute our future generations. We say Ashe. We move from our future generations, and we move to all of our relations. We say Ashe. This is that selfish toast just for you, family. What is it that you need to move straight into your greatness right now? Come on now. We lift up our glass. We say Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, my fault. No, we added. I added. I want to toast your tribe. What tribe you from? Lift up your glass, salute your tribe, family. Say it. Say his name. My tribe is Gye-Nyame. Lifting it up. Ashe. What tribe you belong to, right? We got start establishing those borders. We lift up our glass. We talk a little bit more about that hopefully tomorrow. We lift up our glass, or maybe tonight. We got a show tonight. We lift up our glass, we say Ashe. Last but not least, family, I want to toast the most magnificent, most marvelous, most beautiful, and most intelligent individual in the room. I can't forget bravest. Right now, I want to raise my glass up to you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy in 100 years. Unfortunately, I got to go. But hey, I'll be back. Peace.
Women, but most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greeks. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the golden fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is a
The African Heritage Diet consists of 6 lessons. Lessons where we reach back to our African heritage to find culturally appropriate health and wellness practices that help us to move forward as a people that are whole in mind, body, and spirit. Lesson 1 is herbs and spices. Lesson 2 are greens. Greens is the widest part in the base of the African Heritage Diet food pyramid. So many greens should be consumed. And as you move up the pyramid, those are the things that you consume in lesser proportionate amounts. Whole grains, lesson 3. Beans and rice, lesson 4. Tubers and mashes, lesson 5. Lesson 6. Fruits, vegetables, and a healthy lifestyle.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.